for peace and harmony. Everyone would have a chance to be just who they want to be. If it were up to me, if it were up to me, I would fan the flames of freedom that could be seen across the sea. And no one would die needlessly. Religions would not be used as a tool to hate someone. Politicians would lead the charge and feel the heat when they were wrong. If it were up to me, how can so many be ruled by so few? If we stand in opposition, tell me what can they do? But that decision comes down to me and you. If it were up to me, we would all show special care of the land beneath our feet and the quality of our air, 'cause this world is all we have to pass on to our children. Not a legacy of greed, but a world filled with compassion. If it were up to me, how can so many be ruled by so few? If we stand in opposition, tell me what can they do? But that decision comes down to me and you. If it were up to me, I would fan the flames of freedom that would be seen across the sea. And no one would die needlessly. Religions would not be used as a tool to hate someone. Politicians would lead the charge and feel the heat when they were wrong. If it were up to me, I guess it's up to me. It's all up to me. It's up to me and you. Every time you see the man, he stumbles with head down. Doesn't feel he's worthy to see nothing but the ground. His clothes are dank and dirty. He's unshaven and unclean. This is not the way his life has always been. No, this broken man was somebody's baby. With all his life before him, was it something that he lacked? Or was it social circumstance that made him crazy? He is just another lonely soul that's lost between the cracks. One more night of making money in a dingy hotel room. She's weary to the bone, but it'll all be over soon. He has his way, then leaves the pay so she can score again. But this is not the way her life has always been. No, this broken girl was somebody's baby. With all her life before her, was it something that she lacked? Or was it social circumstance that made her crazy? She's just another lonely soul oppression, and we'll find their lives reflect their brothers' aggression. One world, when will we see? For a peaceful world we all need unity. One world, what can we do? If we will have our peace, it's up to me and you. Now I can say each and every day I'm learning more and more about the need to pray. I find myself thinking of the families as their whole world crumbled with the steel and concrete. Yes, they well know what can come of anger, and we all are witness to the fear and danger. But we must grow, and we must be strong, and we've got to find a way to right these wrongs. One world, when will we see? For a peaceful world we all need unity. One world, what can we do? If we will have our peace, it's up to me and you. Now if I could reach into the hearts of those whose views are worlds apart, well, I'd try to change their minds to see each point of view should be free to be, and they would know of my conviction that everyone has a right to freedom. One world, when will we see? For a peaceful world we all need unity. One world, what can we do? If we will have our peace, it's up to me and you. We must agree to be able to disagree without the bombs, without the fear, without suppression of idea. What can we do? Diversity with dignity, peaceful world for you and me. Same earth, same sky, same mountain ranges, same water supply, same stars, same moon, same universe, same human race. One world. Oh, well, he smiled and he asked me to dance. So I took his hand, hoping for a new romance. He waltzed me across the floor, but then left me by the way, and took somebody else to dinner, much to my dismay. So I cried to my girlfriend about what I could have done. Did I say something wrong? Could I have been more fun? She sat me squarely in a chair, said,
Woman, don't you cry. He's not your man, please understand.
here's the reason why. If that train doesn't stop at your station and it leaves you on the platform in the rain, started eating me. She said,
woman, you're doing it again.
what?
Why won't you heed my words? Please listen to your friend. He's never gonna notice you, no matter how you try. He's not your man, please understand. Here's the reason why. If that train doesn't stop at your station and it leaves you on the platform in the rain,
Instead of hearing all aboard,
you feel you've been ignored. Well, 1, 2, 3, forget about that train. It might have seemed like a streamliner going where you're going. You watched it roll away in vain.
if that train doesn't stop at your station, baby,
Maybe that train ain't your train.
oh, and
Let me tell you something, girl. Another train is coming. If that train doesn't stop at your station and it leaves you on the platform in the rain,
instead of hearing
all aboard, you feel you've been ignored. Well, 1, 2, 3, forget about that train. It might have seemed like a streamliner going where you're going. You watched it roll away in vain.
if that train doesn't stop at your station, baby,
Maybe that train ain't your train, don't get on board. Maybe that train ain't your train. Woo, woo.
Will you take your seats, please? Please take your seats. Good afternoon. I'm Reverend Dr. Susie Shadle. I welcome you to Unity of Sarasota, where something musical and magical will happen here today. Amen. Can I get an amen? I have to tell you, I am absolutely thrilled that so many of you have come out today. We have lots of musicians. It's going to be like a wonderful concert tribute to Mindy Simmons. So just sit back and enjoy, feel the energy, take it all in, own it, let it fill your heart. Deal? Deal. Okay. Let's start by centering in prayer. So I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. If not, create a soft focus on the flame of this candle or the beautiful outdoors. And let's just take this opportunity to take a deep breath in to the very center of your own being. Let that breath fill your heart space, and then release your breath fully. Know that this reminds us that we are always in the divine flow and circulation of the goodness of Spirit. Father, Mother, God, Spirit is within and all around us. Each time we breathe in and breathe out, we circulate that power and that presence. Take another deep breath in. Know that this is the in-breath, the inspiration of Spirit. And as you release the breath fully, know that you become the inspiration and share it with others. We know that we are here today to honor a woman who is indeed an inspiration with her music, with her very presence. And so today, we honor that inspiration by inhabiting it ourselves by being the experience and the expression of that inspiration that was, is, and always will be Mindy Simmons. And so we know that Mindy lives on in our hearts, in our music, in our presence. She is always within and around us. For life is immortal and love is eternal. And for this realization of the truth and our willingness to live in, through, and as that truth in all that we are, all that we think, say, and do, I am eternally grateful, and so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around us. Amen. I want to read a letter from Reverend Karen Wolfson from Center for Spiritual Living, Sarasota. I remember so clearly those Sunday mornings when Mindy came casually walking into our center with her guitar and a big smile, ready to share her unique and inspired music with us. Everyone either knew Mindy or immediately felt they knew her because in her genuine and warm manner, she reached out, truly seeing and embracing each person in the congregation. Mindy's many original songs were an added delightful treat. Because of her tremendous versatility and repertoire, she always had the perfect songs to support the message and the theme of the day. Mindy's light shone so brightly that it can never be dimmed. The amazing impact of her talent, her heart, and her warmth, along with her passion for justice, dedication to the care of nature and all living beings, and so much more, will continue making a profound difference in our community and in our world. Thank you, beautiful Mindy, for sharing your journey with us. And I'd just like to say a word or two from my heart. Mindy was one of the first people to welcome me to Sarasota. And indeed, she actually invited me to play music with her for the World Day of Prayer here at Unity of Sarasota before I actually was paid to be here, because she didn't pay me that night. So. And it was a joy to play music with Mindy, and you'll see with all these musicians the joy as they play with Mindy today. I have to say that working with Mindy as a musician and as a minister was truly an easy thing for me to do. My experience with her was that it was easy to work with her. It was play. It was a lot of fun. And so, as I said, Mindy lives on. The music, the mark that she left on this town of Sarasota will always be here. That presence that was felt in her music, felt in her being, will always be with us. So as you move on from this day, please take that presence with you and share it with all whom you meet. Make it a part of you. Let Mindy be a part of you. And every time you hear a song, know there's an angel watching over us. Thank you. And I'm going to ask, as we move forward, if you would silence your cell phones, please. So put them on airplane mode or whatever that needs to be so that we don't interrupt anything with the sound system, all right? Thank you so much. And we will commence with our program.
Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to a memorial for Mindy Simmons. I knew her a lot. You know, we used to do some things with Robert, and she was always giving and never wanted to go on after me. And, you know, I'm like, girl, get on out there and do your thing, okay? But she was a sweetheart, you know, original material I really loved, and also she loved gospel music, so I will do a gospel piece for you this evening. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot,
coming forth to carry me home. Well, I looked over yonder, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home, a band of angels. They were coming after me. They were coming forth to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, they were coming forth to carry me home. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so. Jesus loves all of us. Thank you so much, Mindy. Sweet Lord, sweet Mary, coming home, sweet Lord, sweet
Hi, I'm Teresa Fieberts with the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast, and I'm also a friend of beloved Mindy Simmons. And I'm so disappointed that I'm not there with you today. I'm out of town celebrating my 3 grandsons' birthday. And that's the thing about life, isn't it? It's not always convenient. That's the thing about death. It's not always to our liking. So, we gather together. We gather together in our joy and in our grief. And yes, today we experience joy. The joy of having had Mindy as part of our lives, right? And we experience gratitude too. Gratitude for the positive difference that she made in our lives and in the world. We share that in common. Yet, each one of us has our own personal stories, our own personal relationship with Mindy. And I really wish I was there today to be hearing your stories and to witness to your pain and your joy. But that's what you're doing this afternoon, right? Celebrating the life of Mindy Simmons. So with our hearts open and our minds open, we rejoice in the significance of Mindy's life, personally and collectively. We embrace her light. Yeah. We do that through connecting with our feelings and with the love that we have for Mindy. That I know you find great meaning. Right now, you are immersed in and surrounded by a container of love. A divine container of love, a spiritual container of love, and yet a container of love that Mindy created. Yeah. And I have a suggestion for how we might heal today and how we also might keep Mindy alive. But it's going to require that you make a commitment. So I'm going to ask that of you today. And first, I want you to remember what you learned in physics class. That energy never dies, it simply changes form. Energy never dies, it simply changes form. So on the other side of your grief and your pain, on the other side of Mindy's death, is something wanting to emerge, something wanting and waiting to be birthed. And so I ask you to lean into that today, to listen for it. While Mindy may be gone physically, her influence certainly remains, and it can actually take another form through you, through me. So I invite you to reflect upon Mindy's life and her light and what she meant to you. You know, what was it about Mindy that inspires you? You know, what characteristic or habit or attitude, quality did she bring to life that you really love? That you love? Like, why were you friends? What attracted you to her? For me, it's how she flowed. On Sunday mornings, Mindy was so present and so flexible and so fluid. She invited Spirit's guidance and she listened and she followed. And she made working with her on Sunday mornings a complete delight, and it was always a greater success than we could ever have planned to do because of that. So what was it for you? Was it her authenticity? The way she seemed so comfortable in her own skin? I loved that about her too. Or how about her strength of beliefs and how she lived in integrity with those beliefs? Yeah, that was really a quality of Mindy's. Or maybe it's her sense of humor, or her dedication to her family, to her son Aaron, to her parents, to her siblings, to her friends, to this community. Whatever it is, I ask you to commit to that, really, to become it, to perfect it within you. And that's not at the loss of your own identity, your own unique, authentic identity. No, it's an enhancement. Because see, there's something in you that was resonating with that in Mindy, even if you didn't recognize it. That was the connection. So we're talking about enhancing it in your own life. By your commitment to this thing, this quality, this characteristic, Mindy lives on. Remember, energy never dies. It simply changes form. So each one of us continue to inspire and uplift and bring forth that energy into the world. That which inspires never dies. That which is allowed to live on in, as, and through you continues to bless you and the world. Yeah. So finally, to Aaron, my Linda, Marcus, Marsden, your pain and your loss is a shared grief. We share this grief with you. And so in that I'm reminded what Mr. Rogers taught us. Because he taught us about feelings, didn't he? And so he said this about death. To die is to be human. And anything human is mentionable. And anything mentionable is manageable. So he encourages us to talk about our grief. He goes on to say, when we can talk about our feelings, they become less overwhelming, less upsetting, and less scary. Please know that you're not alone. Look around the room where you are right now. Here's Mindy's container of love. Love and support that she created for you. For you. Blessings, love and blessings. And here's Bobby with the song.
Thank you, Teresa. This song I'm going to sing isn't one of Mindy's. It's not one that she wrote, but it's one she brought to us and sang for us. And it's about her. It's about not going with your songs still inside you. She got her songs out, she sang them for us, and we are blessed because of it. This is not a race. You don't have to run. Might even slow down, take a look around, instead of chasing everyone. Nothing to prove, no point to make when it's said and done. You know in your heart that your song is sung. Don't go with your song still inside you. Let it guide you every day. We all know that it's good to be humble, but don't mumble your life away. You could lose it all, you'd still feel like you won. Might fall out of the sky, learn how to fly just by reaching for the sun. No need to fret about regret, 'cause when it's said and done, you know in your heart that your song is sung. Don't go with your song still inside you. Let it guide you every day. We all know that it's good to be humble, but don't mumble your life away. Don't go with your song still inside you. Let it guide you every day. We all know that it's good to be humble, but don't fumble, don't grumble, don't mumble your life away.
Can y'all see me? Is that better? So this is such a blessing to be here. And Brenda knocked it out of the park, Teresa, Bobby, and here I am. So I'm glad I'm early on in the program. Whew. There's a whole lot of talent in this room and a whole lot of love. So speaking of love, this is a song that I have sung often at celebrations of life, from my father recently, 2 months ago, to Coretta Scott King at her memorial, and dignitaries in between. And I thought Mindy was at that level and deserved this song as well. So thank you for letting me sing it. It's called Here's to Life, because she was life. And she will remain life in us. No complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. But I have learned that all you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I had my share, I drank my fill, and even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond a hill and do it all again. So here's to life and every joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. Funny how the time just flies. How love can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes and leave you with the memories you've memorized to keep your winters warm. For there's no yes in yesterday, and who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I'm still in the game, I'm gonna play for life, for love, for laughs. So here's to life and every joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you.
How great it is to be back here again. I had the privilege and the honor of working with Mindy, and Mindy and I had the privilege and the honor of totally disagreeing. I don't know if anyone else is going to say that, so I thought I'd come clean. But the beautiful thing with divas is that you have the opportunity to recognize the divinity in each other. And you have the opportunity to honor the exquisiteness of who you came here to be without apology. So Mindy and I had this opportunity, and somehow we both survived. It was great because she worked here and she performed a miracle when I really needed one. And she blessed this community as a musician, as a director of music, but mostly as a spiritual light. And it was and continues to be a privilege to work with her and her community, and to know that we can move past when we don't quite see eye to eye, right? So, MK and I, who is a musician extraordinaire, roped me into singing with her. With joy, I might add. So let's go.
Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. When you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles
miracles we can achieve.
You can achieve
when you believe. Somehow you will. You will when you believe.
In this time of fear, when prayer so often seems in vain, hope seems like a summer bird too swiftly flown away.
Yet now I'm standing here, my heart so full I can't explain, speaking words and seeking faith I barely thought I could. There can be miracles if you believe.
When you believe,
Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve, when you believe. Somehow you will. You will when you believe. You will when you believe.
Hello. I was really surprised like the rest of us, but Mindy and I can't remember a time we didn't know each other, and I think we're about the same age. And when I was a young teenager or whatever, and I just always loved that she wrote her own stuff like I did. We had something in common, and she was always smiling, and we got along. I can't imagine she didn't get along with just about everybody. But I wanted to do this song because I wrote, I'm gonna stop saying I'm really moved today by all the, the music and everything, because I was born in this town, and to see that music is such a part of your celebration is really beautiful. And I was very fortunate to grow up here when I did, where just inspirational music was everywhere. People were creating their own way, It was a really wonderful way to grow up. So I do this for Mindy. I honestly am a hippie, and I believe that love is the fabric of the universe. Like, I really think that scientifically. And so that's my religion, and that's always been kind of how I come at everything. So this is called Love, and it's pretty simple on the choruses. If you felt like singing harmonies or singing along, it's fine with me. And if I mess up, I'm really sorry. once so sad now. They feel the world is turning to darkness. This I don't agree, 'cause every time we're here now, I feel your light is shining on me. Oh, it's love. I believe it. It's love, and I believe it. When there's something wrong with you, it's all right to cry. It's all right to cry. Won't you just reach out to me? 'Cause anytime you need me, anytime at all, I'll be there for you, like you're there for me. We'll be there for each other, 'cause it's love you see, and I love. I believe in it, yes I do. Oh, it's fine. I believe in love. I believe in it, yes I do. And normally there's a guitar solo, but rain will fall, fires are burning, the world's gonna break your heart. The world's gonna break your heart more than one time, but I'll be there when you need me. I'll be there when you don't. I'll be there for you, like you're there for me. We'll be there for each other, 'cause it's love you see, and I love, love. I believe in it, yes I do. Oh, time. I believe in love. I believe in it, yes I do. Anytime you need me, anytime at all, I'll be there for you, like you're there for me. We'll be there for each other, 'cause it's love you see, and I'm love. I believe in it, yes I do. I believe in love. And I have to say thanks to Rob and Omni for letting me sing when I was a teenager.
Glasses. Hello, everyone. On behalf of the Simmons family, I'd like to thank all of you for being here, Kathy and the Unity Church for planning this organization in celebration of Mindy today. For those of you who don't know me, which is most of you, my name is Melinda, and I am Mindy's sister. Many of you shared your stories of how you met Mindy and what she meant to you on the Caring Bridge site, and that meant a great deal to us as we were processing this whole thing. So I thought today I would share a little bit with you about what it was like to grow up with Mindy. Why not? So to start with, we'll go with our names. My name is Melinda, and yes, Mindy is a nickname for Melinda. Yeah, we used to give our parents a little bit of a hard time about that, but we really didn't mind, and it rarely caused any real confusion in our lives. And in fact, at least once it worked in my advantage when our high school mistakenly put her trigonometry class on my transcript. And although she didn't get an A, she did way better than I would have if I had taken trig myself. I am older than Mindy by a mere 14 months, and we two girls were sandwiched between our two brothers, my older brother Marcus, who is here today, and my younger brother Marsden, who skipped off to Colorado for the week. So he's not here. And yes, that's another thing our parents did to us. We were all given names that start with M. We were all born within a span of 5 years. So to say that the 4 M's, as we called ourselves, were close is no exaggeration. Our family was a Navy man, and so we moved every 2 or 3 years. And to his credit, he managed to arrange it so we only moved during the summer, which meant we didn't have to interrupt the school year. During those summers, the 4 of us would glom together, we'd play together, we'd explore our new neighborhood together, and basically we kept each other grounded. Once the school year began, then we would branch out, finding our own group of friends to hang out with, until Dad would get transferred again, and then we'd circle the wagons and do it all again. Personally, I dreaded those first days at a new school. I'd walk into the classroom and see a room full of strangers and just hope that it wouldn't take too long to find a few friends. Mindy would walk into the classroom and see a room full of friends that she just hadn't met yet. This is not to imply that we always got along. There were the usual sibling rivalries, and poor Mindy was very often the target of our teasing. Her propensity for wearing her heart on her sleeve started at a very young age, and we took full advantage of knowing how to push her buttons. It was almost too easy. For example, she was a picky eater. One thing she really liked was what she called naked spaghetti. Spaghetti, no sauce. So one of us would start by looking at her plate of noodles and say, "Well, those look like worms to me." And the other would join in and go, "Pretty sure there's something moving in there." And the next thing you know, Mindy would be in tears, and our parents would make us stop. But they also encouraged Mindy to learn to stand up for herself. And gradually she did. Not only did she learn to stand up for herself, but she learned to laugh at herself, which became one of her most endearing qualities. There was always music in our house. Our mother loved to sing, and she could come up with a song snippet for just about any occasion. And she had a guitar, and she would play the guitar and sing folk songs to us. When Mindy and I were 9 and 10 years old, we began taking piano lessons. I hated to practice. So Mindy was always a little bit ahead of me, and that worked great for me because I could listen to her play, know how the song was supposed to go, and I could fake that I was learning how to read music. But eventually I conceded the piano was not for me And I told my mom I want to quit. And she said, okay. Short time later, Mindy decided she wanted to quit. And this time, Mom was like, no way, you're not quitting. She knew Mindy had talent. So Mindy continued to take piano lessons for about another 6 years. She also took violin lessons, and eventually she picked up Mom's guitar and learned how to play that. We all sang in the church and school choirs, but the first time I remember hearing Mindy do Mindy was in high school. And she and I were in the same Spanish class, and one day our Spanish teacher decided that for a change of pace, she was going to have the class sing a song that was real popular on the radio at the time. It was called Eres Tú. I don't know if people remember that song. It was a real catchy tune, and even if you didn't know Spanish, you found yourself singing along. But at 2 points in the song, the lead female singer she inserted this almost falsetto run of oohs that everyone tried to imitate, but not many people could actually hit those notes. So our teacher gave us a handout with the words, and she had a cassette tape with the music, and she put that on, and the class clumsily began singing along. And the first time we get to the point where on the radio you knew that the singer would do her thing, we all just skipped it. But the second time we got there, from the back of the room came Mindy's lone voice, loud and clear, and she hit every note perfectly. And the class went wild. I mean, they clapped, we laughed, and I remember feeling a sense of wonder and pride that she could and would do that. It's like, what? This must have been, or may have been, the defining moment that hooked Mindy on performing, and music became her career choice. She started by singing cover tunes, and then she began writing her own songs. The first were the usual love songs and breakup songs, but then she began putting her own thoughts and opinions on more complex social issues into her lyrics. She felt strongly about her convictions, and she wasn't shy about sharing them, both in song and by her actions. If you didn't see eye to eye with her, Elizabeth, she might try to talk some sense into you. But if that didn't work, she was willing to agree to disagree and to find some common ground to relate with you on. Occasionally, she would have to just walk away. On her computer, she has a folder of all of her original songs. And one of the subfolders within that folder, she titled, "Oh, she thinks she's so funny." And it contains her humorous songs. And Mindy was funny, and she was fun. When Mindy arrived, that's when the party really got started. And I think we can all agree that Ain't Florida Neat, which I believe we're going to hear, has to be one of her all-time greats. But there is a line in her song, "Let Every Day Be Christmas," that I think sums up the essence of Mindy and her message. And that line is, "Under all circumstances, strive to be just and kind." And in her song, "What's a Mitzvah?" she tells us examples of just how easy and rewarding it is to practice living kindly and thoughtfully. So let's keep her alive, keep her message alive, by continuing to share both her music and to practice what I will call a Mindy mitzvah. Thank you.
going to do, there's actually one other song. I made a song for Mindy, and it's called Mindy, Mindy Lou. And, you know, Mindy and I, and about 20 years ago, we were a duo. We were called the Folk Divas, Elizabeth. Yes, we know who we are. But this song actually came in the swimming pool. And there's a chorus, and you're going to sing that part. You guys get to be the backup band. And your part goes like this. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. So it's like the Mindy Lou. She loved to sing with me and you. Let's try that part. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She loved to sing with me and you. Then the second line goes, Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She spread her wings and flew. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She spread her wings and flew from the top. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She loved to sing with me and you. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She spread her wings and flew. Now she's everywhere, even in the stars. She's here. She's near and far. She's everywhere as we're all passing through. Mindy, Mindy Lou. Here we go. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She loved to sing with me and you. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She spread her wings and flew. She helped us sing, she made us laugh. Her joking around put us flat on our ass. Now she's everywhere as we're all, right? As we're all passing through. Mindy, Mindy Lou. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She loved to sing with me and you. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She spread her wings and flew. She left this earth, but she still lives on in our speaking of her or singing her songs. She's everywhere as we're all passing through. Mindy, Mindy Lou. Last time. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She loved to sing with me and you. Mindy, 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 Mindy Lou. She spread her wings and flew. She spread her wings and flew. One more time. She spread her wings and flew. And so it is. Good job. This is Ed Kinder, who most of you know as Mindy's wonderful accompanist and recording engineer. And I know Eddie through Mindy. And I gotta get my
Okay.
All right. And this is Susie Holcher. Let me do a couple songs. She came all the way from Fort Myers, and she and Mindy used to do lots of music together. I'm sure she'll tell you about it. But the three of us have done a few things together, and I just love playing music with both of these people. So this one is called Swimming to the Other Side, and this is one that Mindy and I used to do when we were the Folk Divas. And there's some CDs of mine, the Fairy Goddess CD. This is on that, and just feel free to take one. They're as gifts for you. Living neath a great big dipper, we are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live together, we're all swimming to the other side. I am alone, I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it be my crime. In humility, worship this ground we walk on, things that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of the loaves that come before me, band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living with the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Okay, Eddie. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share. Have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. We can balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we've arrived. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living with the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Yay! Can we start a band, you guys? Does this, where's Lisa? Lisa, can Lisa come up here and help me sing this? Come on, Lisa. I don't know if I can do it without you. Oh. Lisa, and most of you know Lisa and Mindy were singing partners. Okay. All right. Does that mic work? Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Checks in the mail. Yeah, you could just hold it. Ready, ready, ready. I'm just gonna barge in here. Oh, we got roaches the size of Texas, and they got wings so they can fly. They're full of protein. You think I'm kidding? Hey, my mom can feed an army with her sweet palmetto pie. Yum, yum. We got fire ants, those cute little fire ants. They're so tiny, why they can't hurt a thing. But then they'll swarm you. No, they don't warn you. They all get set, get ready. One blows a whistle in unison. They
Right up to your kneecap.
Right up to your kneecaps. We got seaweed in our bathing suits. We got sand spurs in our feet. We're kicking back with Jimmy's margaritas, swatting the sandflies and mosquitoes. Come on, ain't Florida neat? Yeah, mosquitoes. We got mosquitoes, and all the females suck your blood and make itch. It's satisfying, no, I ain't lying. When one bites you, you slap her dead and say, I got you, bitch! Then there's love bugs. I hate love bugs. Well, let's see. Is there a stronger word than hate? A bug that gets it way more than I do. You know they're hooked up for a lifetime. I can't even get a date. Oh man, yeah, we got red tide in our ocean. There's rotten fishes down on the beach. We're kicking back with Jimmy's margaritas, fighting gators for our golf balls. Come on, ain't Florida neat? All right, Ed. Yeah, we got reptiles, lots of reptiles. We got snakes and frogs and gecko lizards too. They eat the insects, so they have my full respect. Yeah, I'd hate to live in Florida without them, wouldn't you? We got seaweed in our bathing suits. We got sand spurs in our feet. We're kicking back with Jimmy's margaritas, dodging possums on the highways, fighting gators for golf balls, racing snowbirds for parking. Ain't Florida neat?
Thank you so much. Hi. Let me get this. Let me get this. Okay. My sheet's gone.
Okay, now that everybody's in a happy, joyous, kind of redneck, kind of clap your hands, kind
You're
of...
doing a song? They're not on the thing.
I know, but Susie's supposed to do two songs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is Susie doing something? I'm sorry.
All right.
Am I preempting something?
No, we're not on yet.
This has been a commercial message from... I forgot the heck where I was. We'll be back to you shortly.
The showbiz. There you go. Alrighty, guys. Yes. Oh, it's drifter. It's a drifter. Oh yeah, I've had those before. We're good. We're good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Roadies, I miss them. Well, guys, Mindy and I go back a long way, and a lot of our association was through shared performances in the New Thought environment. And she had her Peggy Lee show at my church and just all sorts of pretty cool stuff. We did some things together and just wonderful. And a few years ago, I underwent a temporary separation from my home church, and Mindy was always one to listen to me when I needed someone to talk to. She understood. She had an open, unedited ear and a warm heart, and she helped me get through some stuff that I really needed a fellow musician to get, and she did. And I had a well-meaning friend had told me during this period that I should just let it go. And yeah, and so she assumed that grief had a prescribed timetable. It does not. So this song came out of that frustration that I had when my friend made that remark. And I believe I even shared these lyrics with Mindy. And I'd never performed it ever in public until now when this situation came to be. And wow. These songs that you write, as you guys know, the songs that you write can take on a whole different meaning and then get wings once you perform them. And this one I think she would approve and she would understand again. And on the way through this song, we're going to get to the other side, the joy and the pain, you know, those buddies on the scale, Libra. My tears, they fall just as they must. They flow across my salty cheeks while begging for my trust. Believe in us, they whisper. We will not steer you wrong. So why deny their water wisdom? Admit you're not yet strong. Just let them go and feel them flow. They don't demand a thing, so just allow it to be so. Slow motion waterfall colliding down the cliffs. You've lost the shore, but does it matter? You're helpless to resist. We have you now, they whisper. No need to struggle so. They hold you high above the tempest. They bear you from below. So let them go and feel them flow. They don't demand a thing, so just allow it to be so. So let them go and feel them flow. No, they don't demand a thing, so just allow it to be so. You will not rush my tears. Thank you, guys. That's a first. You're the first one to hear that, so thank you. So now on to the happy stuff. Well, guitars love cold rooms, don't they? This song will be self-evident. She had his babies while he served in the Navy and moved us all over this land. There were 4 of us children, and she was his woman, and God knows he was her man. each other, kept faith in the Lord up above. Each new place they were sent, each new house they would rent, transformed to a home filled with love. Fresh out of college, married and met school, we kids came on each 1 year apart. With 3 up in Denver, the 4th out in Oakland, all healthy and handsome and smart. We grew up on the road, living station to station. Our father made sure we would see all the beauty of nature this land has to offer. How blessed we all are in the home of the free. Learn to be kind and caring and thoughtful are the things that our mother taught. Always stick together, don't take rides from strangers. She'd make us read when we fought. Though there'd always be someone who's smarter and faster, maybe better in things that they do. Mama taught us that God loves each one of his children. Don't forget, she would say, he made only one you. So now we're all grown up, 3 of us married and 2 with 2 kids of their own. They've both been retired, must be 10 years now. Their house still the place we call home. Me, I'm the loner, it's funny to figure it'd be me that the road seems to claim. But wherever it takes me, I'm still with my family, and I know that they feel the same. Through good times and hard, we hold on to each other, keeping faith with the Lord up above. As each year passes by, I have learned to rely on the strength from a home filled with love. Through good times and hard, we held on to each other, keeping faith with the Lord up above. Each year that passes, I've learned to rely on the strength from a home filled with love. Yeah, come on.
Well, there's no need for violence here. Okay, like I started to say, you're all in a happy, joyful mood. May 7th is a very special day for me. I lost my dad on May 7th years ago. And Mindy, I got my music from my dad, so y'all better be jamming up there. And if he corrects your grammar, just ignore him. Okay. I think I'm going to take that.
You need
cordless-
go to the mic that we want. That's it.
Just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Hello? Yes, I'm finished.
No, I couldn't hear what she was saying, so I didn't know. I wouldn't interrupt.
It's just some mushy family stuff.
Like I said, I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, that's a first.
Okay, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. No, that was wonderful. I'm sorry. That's beautiful. Well, I got to know Mindy way back in the early 90s as a singer-songwriter, and Home Filled with Love was one of the very first songs I ever heard that she did, and she did it at the center. She became a neighbor later on, which was really kind of neat. She walk her dog would come over, and at that time she had Aaron. And after she moved, well, then we became colleagues here at Unity together. So that was a lovely experience. And Mindy was so I remember she was very opinionated. She would say things like, "Don't get me started." Remember that one? But there was a moment, and I chose this song because we did it shortly thereafter when she passed, and there was I could feel her presence in my living room, where I could practically feel the skin on her face. And I was like, what? It wasn't like, I don't know what those things are called, but it was like I could actually feel the skin of her face. And it was the most amazing thing. And I'm thankful and really grateful that I got to know Mindy Simmons. We miss you.
Opening the windows of my mind, catching glimpses of the beauty deep inside. When I am weary, I just float among the breeze. All my cares release, calming all the stormy seas. I am one with the Spirit. From my troubles I depart. Listen closely, you can hear it, the song of silence in your heart. Quiet words like a whisper, speaking softly to my soul. I feel the comfort like a mother's arms, holding me gently. I am free from harm. I am one with the Spirit. From my troubles I depart. Listen closely, you can hear it, the song of silence in your heart. Yes, I am one with the Spirit. From my troubles I depart. Listen closely, you can hear it, song of silence in your heart. Listen closely, you can hear it, the song of silence in your heart.
So Mindy continues to bless us. And I know we all want to thank Reverend Susie and Rob and Robert for putting in, and all the wonderful musicians for putting on this beautiful show. My husband and I got married up on this stage, and of course Mindy was our music director, and Reverend Elizabeth married us up here. And so she has been a big part of my life since the early 90s. She was my soul sister, and I feel so blessed to have known her. My husband says, you know, I can't even remember the titles to a song, but yet I know every song Mindy's ever sang. He knows every lyric, because I play her every day. I always have, and I always will. So, and in saying that, so Mindy's CDs will be, the 3 of her CDs will be available at the back of the room here, outside, as well as the fellowship hall afterwards. And the proceeds, it's a donation, and the proceeds for those CDs will go to 2 of Mindy's favorite causes, which are Mothers Helping Mothers and Streets of Paradise. And the people, And the people behind there can tell you more about each one of those organizations if you don't know already. Gosh, I don't even know how to thank Reverend Susie for putting on such an incredible show and having it here. I mean, it just, God bless you. And in saying that, we will be giving an opportunity to give your love offerings to help Unity pay for the expenses of this. So there will be people outside with baskets, and feel free to do that. Reverend Susie also wants to start a music scholarship fund in Mindy's honor with part of those proceeds. So that's all I have. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to see you all, and God bless.
Hello. Hi, I'm Ed. I had the I had the extreme pleasure of being Mindy's musical partner for the last 23 years. One of the things that we did along the way was 10 years of a Peggy Lee tribute. There's just another whole side of Mindy that a lot of people never got to see. We did a lot of it out of town, most of it actually. Probably only 3 or 4, 5, half a dozen performances per season at the most. But it was one of my favorite things. She was an actress, as well as everything else. And she did that show justice.
Oh yeah, plug this in. Let's see. Where's the? Oh, here it is. Thank you. Hi. Oops. So when they told me, well, just pick a song you want to do, I thought, is it okay if I sing Fever? I just wanted to kind of honor that part of Mindy. I don't sing it anything like she does. She really was channeling Peggy Lee, I think, when she did her thing with that. But I was really happy that Eddie was willing to do this with me and Dwayne, so here we go. never know how much I love you. You never know how much I care. But when you put your arms around me, I get a feeling that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight, fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, the moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, 'cause I know you're gonna treat me right. Give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight, fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Come on, Dwayne. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, Eddie. Everybody's got the fever. That is something that we all know. Fever isn't such a new thing. Fever started a long time ago. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight, fever in the morning, fever all through the night, fever all through the night, fever all through the night. Do, 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 do. Fever when you hold me tight. Thank you, Ed. Wow. That was awesome. That was so much fun. So, when I think about Mindy, first I think about laughing, because I did a few shows with Mindy, and the first thing that struck me about her, besides her voice, which made me cry every time I just heard that velvety thing she had the quickest wit for humor of anyone I've ever known, really, truly. I just like, God, this woman is brilliant. But to be brilliant with humor is a really extra talent and gift to have. So I thought of the word light. That's just the word that popped into my head. And so I thought, I know she liked, I don't like to say liked. She likes gospel music. And the old song, Hank Williams, I Saw the Light. When I went to learn it was like the words are kind of negative about sinning and all this kind of stuff. And I thought that didn't seem like Mindy's vibe. So I took some liberties and rewrote the verses. But just yesterday, so I got to look at my cheat sheet here. But on the last chorus, if y'all want to sing the chorus, the way it's written, originally. But on the last time around, it says, I see the light instead of I saw the light. So we'll keep that in mind when we do it. Oh, there's the choir. Awesome. All through my life I wanted to be peaceful and kind and helpful and free. And love became like a friend every night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light. I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Struggles and hardship, yeah, they'll take their toll. Well, I turned it around with the music in my soul. It lifted me up like a free-flying kite. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Come on now. I saw the light. I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. All through this journey I've gathered to me so many friends into one family. I'll always be with you though I've taken flight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light. I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. I praise the Lord, I see the light. We're changing it to see. I see the light, I see the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, my sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I see the light, I see the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow in my sight. Praise the Lord, I see the light. Praise the Lord, I see the light. Praise the Lord, I see the light. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for singing. All right, where's Robert? All right, you all are fun. How about the musicians in this room? The beautiful voices. And this is so awesome.
Do singers count?
Yeah, singers count too. and Mindy's sister, Melinda. It was so touching to hear you speak today. It was really. Okay, let's see. I got to do this. Okay. Oh wait, I got to get my music, and I need to put my capo. Let's see. I can put my capo on too. Here we go.
We didn't know what.
Okay, there we go.
Fill me again. Don't know where, don't know when. Don't know we'll meet again. Sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do. And will those blue skies drive those dark clouds away? And you say hello to the folks that I know. Tell them that I won't be long, and they'll be happy to know. We do So what do you got? I'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but know we'll meet again. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies turn those dark clouds far away. And will you please say hello to those folks that I know? Tell them that I won't be long, and they'll be happy to know I'm singing this song. Meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. You will.
Okay, I gotta do my whistle blow. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, we'll meet again. I don't know when, I don't know when, but I do know that we will meet again some sunny day. So keep on smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive those clouds far away. And when you please say hello to all those folks that I know, and tell them I won't be long, they'll be happy to know. Go right again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Again, we'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Come those sunny days.
Okay. Does somebody have the Spirit in the Sky lyrics?
I have the lyrics.
Okay.
You have the lyrics?
Let's see. Okay, A. How's it go? So I'll go.
I like this. Okay, everybody should sing this too.
Okay.
Because we don't know the words.
You start the groove though. We don't. So we're hoping everybody sings it and it sort of just smooths that out, right?
Okay. This is what's called a jam.
You start, Callie.
Okay.
And Callie's the only other person I've ever met that whistles as good as I do. I love whistling.
Lisa's a good whistler too.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a
We'll have
lost
to do a
art.
3-part harmony whistle song sometime.
Okay, just because I'm not out there amongst you, you can still stand up and dance and clap. It's better for your back.
When I die and they lay me to rest, gonna go to the place that's best. When I lay me down to die, going up to the spirit in the sky. Going up to the spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When they lay me down to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Prepare yourself, you know it's a must. Gotta have a friend in Jesus, so you know that when you die, He's gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. Gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. Spirit in the sky. Go when I die. When I die, I'm leaving to rest. I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Now recommend you. Oh, I don't know. Oh, wait, what was it? Never been a sinner. I never sinned. I got a friend in Jesus. So you know that when I die, He's gonna send me up with the spirit in the sky. Gonna send me up, spirit in the sky. Spirit in the sky. Where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die. When I die, I'm gonna leave it to rest. I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Okay, one more verse. One more verse. One more verse. Ready, go. I recommend you to the spirit in the sky.
That's where I'm gonna go when I die.
See, this is where you guys have to come in. Okay. Gonna set me up, spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and they lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. That was so good. Very, very good. You guys make me look cool.
Sorry, I just couldn't sing that line about never sinning. I'm, you know.
Callie, you're the most professional person I've ever known. And it's amazing to me.
So help me give a big hand to all of the musicians, please. I want to thank Robert. I want to thank Rob. I want to thank all the musicians. I want to thank all of you for coming out, and most of all, I want to thank Mindy for bringing us all together. Ben, give me the last slide. Blessings on your journey, Mindy. Peace out. The Alexander also there was some of us that wanted to do something, but we didn't want to infringe upon the family's opportunity to have a service. And as it turned out, we were able to be the container. So thank you, Kathy, for asking us to do what we wanted to do in the first place. If you want to hang out and tell stories, feel free to go in Fellowship Hall and just kind of hang out and tell a few stories, or outside in the portico. Look at this. The sun came out, Mindy. She likes light, and the light is shining, and it will continue to shine forever. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for loving Mindy, and thank you for who you are.